5-year-olds, cage fighting, Richard III's face, and I have intimacy issues. I'm your host, Rusty Cardboard Box, and all that happened this week, in case you missed it. New Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue hits stores soon and is expected to break new ground with what it claims is the first fashion shoot in Antarctica. Dear Sports Illustrated, if you're going for firsts, how about next year you try My Apartment? No one shot there, and think of the savings in air travel. Former NBA player Allen Iverson is selling his home in Atlanta for $2.8 million. Anyone interested can make the check out to the IRS. A story about 5-year-olds cage fighting, MMA style, is raising some ethical questions across the country. But what isn't a question to anyone is whether or not these kids will be imprisoned by their teens. And findings indicate that too much calcium in a man's diet may be harmful to your heart. Doctors say to also be mindful and avoid looking for love in all the wrong places. AirAsia has launched kid-free quiet zones on flights in an effort to demonstrate that they get all the good stuff over there first. Why has this taken so long to figure out? Probably because it's hard to concentrate when toddlers are screaming. I cannot wait for toddler-free zones at the zoo. Taiwan is the home of the world's first Barbie-themed restaurant. In a statement to the press, the owner explained, "Look, creeps need a vacation spot too, okay?" USA Today released a list of TV comedies that linger just a little too long. On the list 3 times is David Spade, once for Rules of Engagement, once for Just Shoot Me, and once just as himself. Using his recently recovered skeleton, scientists reconstructed the face of Richard III, demonstrating that they can do some amazing things that nobody really cares about. 2 new studies are coming out of Washington, D.C., one showing that more Republicans own guns than Democrats, and the other showing that the person with the best job in all of Washington who's ever paid to conduct these jackass surveys. Producers from the Oscars say they're excited to have Seth MacFarlane host this year. Craig Zidane told USA Today that he's happy because hosts typically write their own material, so with Seth, we're sure to see a lot of our own work. A man quit his job after receiving a W-2 numbered 666 because he was afraid he might go to hell. When reached for comment, God was unavailable, as usual. According to CNN.com, people are trying to sell moonshine on Craigslist. There's actually no joke here. I just want to let everybody know that you can buy moonshine on Craigslist. Yeah, and also, with every case of moonshine, you also get arrested. It's illegal. Marilyn Manson fainted during an encore show in Canada Wednesday night. According to Manson's publicist, he is fine and recovering, but apparently his brain just realized what he was doing, still at 44, and reacted in defense. Scientists think an ancient shrew-like creature believed to be the common ancestor of most modern mammals was only able to expand and evolve after dinosaurs went extinct. They can't say why for sure, but speculate that it has something to do with the lack of being eaten and squished. Review.com recently released some photography tips for skiers. Right up top of that list, don't! In an attempt to reach a younger demographic, Milton Bradley announced that they're changing the game piece in Monopoly from an iron to a cat, citing that they want to, quote, replace the old symbol of lonely housewives with a new, more modern symbol of lonely ex-wives. And a new study shows on average 40% of couples have sex 3 to 4 times per week, proving 2 things. 1, my girlfriend's right. Number 2, I have intimacy issues. Well, I'm your host, Rusty Cardboard Box, and that's what happened this week, in case you missed it.